Hello guys and welcome. Today I'll be doing a full unboxing, assembly and review of the new Asomtom E300 electric paddle assist mountain bike. So on the box here they have links directly to the manufacturer's website where they have videos for assembly and lots of specifications for your electric bike. Once you open up the box, you'll need to grab the small box inside and have a quick look at the E300's owner's manual. In this pamphlet they also have specifications for your bike, so everything from the wheel size to the electric motor size, as well as diagrams and instructions for assembling your mountain bike. It is pretty straightforward and this assembly should take only about 20 minutes. We're going to do this together, so I don't necessarily need to go through this at the moment. What else is in this box is the disc brakes. You also have some pamphlets, a little thank you letter. You have your 48 volt 2 amp charger, as well as its charging cable. And I believe this is the light. Yeah, it's the headlight. And the reflector with the disc brake bolts inside. All the tools you'll need for assembling the bike do come in the box with the bike, but I do suggest having a few tools on hand. It'll just make the assembly process that much easier. After opening up the box and pulling it off, I had a quick look over it just to make sure that nothing was damaged during shipping. And to my surprise, the bike is in really good condition, so I'm very happy with that. Now we will need just to take off the packaging around the bike, including the pedals that are here. Don't lose those. And then we'll just take off all the zip ties and get the bike pretty much unpackaged. And then we'll get started with installing the handlebars. Installing the handlebars is pretty easy. We're just going to make sure that the wires are not twisted, and then you're going to have to unbolt the 4 5mm Allen key bolts. Now while installing the handlebars, you will want to center them within the middle of the stem. There are some lines on there that should give you some guidance. Before tightening down the stem fully, we're going to want to check the angle of the handlebars. Make sure that they're the right angle. After that, you can also have a look and make sure that your brakes are facing downwards at a 45-degree angle. You will need to replace the packaging and put it back on the bars because when you flip the bike upside down, it'll protect the handlebars from any damage. Now it's time to tighten down the front stem bolts and push down the front LCD screen. Next thing we're going to do is install the front disc brake. To grab the front disc brake out of the packaging, it's just beautiful, look at this thing. As well as the 6 Allen key bolts and a tool to get started. Now take the disc brake with the words facing outwards, align the holes on the hub, screw down the 6 Allen key bolts, and tighten it down in a star-shaped pattern. Now it's time to install the front wheel. So take your bike and flip it upside down. You'll need to take off the front 20mm axle and the little plastic spacer. Now we'll need to take the front wheel, insert it between the disc brake pads and the front forks, and slide the through axle back through the hub. After that, you'll need to fasten it down with the lock nut screw, and that's it. Make sure you fasten it down tightly, and then we'll move on to the next thing, which is the pedals. As you can see on the pedals, there are little stickers showing which one's right and which one's left. But if there's no stickers, you can find a little L and a little R at the base of the axle. So now you've just installed on the crank arm. You'll need to twist it. One spins one way and the other spins the other way. Grab a 15mm open-ended wrench and tighten it down securely. So now we have 3 parts to install: the rear reflector, rear derailleur guard, and the front headlight. To install the rear reflector, simply slide it onto the seat tube, slide it back into the bike, tighten down your seat post clamp, and fasten down the lock nut screw. Next we have the rear derailleur guard. Simply undo the 2 bolts on the back of the frame above the rear derailleur, install the rear derailleur guard, and tighten everything down. For the front headlight, I do suggest using an Allen key and a pair of pliers to tighten it down. It is a little bit tricky to get it tight. We'll also need to install the front headlight wire. It does have a little knob, so you will have to line it up. You might need to use a little bit of force to push it in. With all that being done, the bike is pretty much assembled. We still have a few things left. Just take off the rest of the packaging, grab the keys, and we're going to fill air into the tires. On the sidewall of the tire is marked the PSI rating for the bike. As you probably know, the battery is stored inside the frame. So to get this unlocked, you just need to put the key in, push upwards on the battery, turn the little knob, and it pops right out. To reinstall the battery, simply guide the pins back to the bottom, push the battery back in, turn the key, locking the battery, and you're done. Charging the E300 couldn't be easier. We have a 48 volt charger. It does 110 and 220 volts charging. It's 48 volts, 2 amps. It charges in about 6 hours, and it's really quite simple to use. It's a red light when it's charging, and when it goes green, it means the bike's fully charged. Now to charge, we just need to open this little flap, turn it to the side, plug in our wire, and we're done. It's just that easy. Now all we have left is to take it out and go for a test ride.